Our next guest is a very funny comedian who's one of our writers here at Late Night. His new stand-up special, No Questions Asked, debuted today on YouTube. Please welcome back to the show, Matt Goldich, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have two kids, and I'm worried about the future that they're growing up in, because there's a lot of dumb people out there. It's 2024. There are still people that think that climate change is not real. If climate change is not real, then explain what happened to all of the rainforest cafes. You can't. Where did they go? We're in Midtown Manhattan. We should be surrounded by them. And they're trying to make more dumb people, too, They're banning books in schools in certain states. It's crazy. When I was a kid in school, if there was a book they did not want us to read, they would just assign it to us. And then we would not read it. That was a good system. That worked well for a long time. I don't know why we changed that. I didn't even know that To Kill a Mockingbird was like making me too woke or whatever. I never made it past the first 10 pages. I honestly don't even know if that's the right book for that joke, you guys. I never finished it. I'm sorry. Yeah. School's a lot different. It's better in some ways for my kids. When I was a kid, we would sit cross-legged, and they would call that Indian style. You can't say Indian style anymore. It's offensive. My kids call it crisscross applesauce, because that's how applesauce sits. We used to rub noses. They would call that Eskimo kissing. And now, of course, they call it Alaskan Indigenous consensual nasal touching. And I think that's... Thank you, yeah. It's way better. I'm trying to expand my horizons and learn more about the world, become smarter. I'm trying to watch more foreign films. I like when I'm watching a movie and two characters are talking in Spanish and they'll subtitle the whole conversation, and then one of them will say, gracias, and then they don't subtitle it. It's like, hell yeah, I know that one, yeah. 4 years of high school French finally paying off. We got this. Yeah. Two kids was tough during the pandemic, tough to entertain them all day, without resorting to screen time. So we would mostly just have them listen to true crime podcasts. I was like, no, you're not going to watch Paw Patrol. That is going to rot your brain. We are going to sit here and solve this murder as a family. That's how today's going to go. My son figured out who killed Epstein. We were all very proud. Turns out it was Epstein. Wasn't that hard? My son is almost old enough to walk to school by himself, and sometimes I'll see kids who look a little older than him, and they're walking to school by themselves, and I want to ask them, hey, how old were you when your parents let you start walking to school by yourself? But of course you can't, because then you're the reason they can no longer walk to school by themselves. It's a real paradox. And my daughter is 4. I want her to understand, that boys and girls can grow up to do all the same things. It's hard. I have to remember to, model that behavior for her. She came into the room. She was wearing a pretty pink dress, and I was like, oh, my God, look at you. You look so good at science. I caught myself, and her self-esteem is through the roof now. She wants to see Oppenheimer instead of Barbie. We're all very proud. Say it with me. We need more women building atomic bombs. Am I right? Thank you. Thank you. My daughter said to me recently, she said, Daddy, why do you have 2 noses? And I think she meant nostrils, but still, felt a little anti-Semitic. Am I right? In this climate. Got to be careful now that I'm 44 not to be too creepy, Certain things you cannot do as a 44-year-old man. Like if a friend of mine wishes his daughter a happy 18th birthday on social media, I cannot like that post. That is a trap. Yeah. And I definitely should not have commented, finally. That one's on me. I'll take the hit. No, here's the thing. I'm allowed to make these jokes because I'm not actually attracted to 18-year-old women. If I see an 18-year-old woman walking down the street, the only thing I ever think to myself is, oh, man, I wonder if she would watch my kids so I could go to Costco by myself. Wouldn't that be a hot Saturday night? Actually, I'm not being fair. My son, my 8-year-old, he loves going to Costco with me. He likes the free samples that they give out there, which is ironic considering he's never paid for food once in his goddamn life. All right, thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
Matt Goldich, everybody! No Questions Asked is available right now at youtube.com/Matt Goldich. We'll be right back.